Good morning, good morning, do 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 do. Good morning to you. Good morning. Welcome to another daily dose of joy. Today we're gonna do a slow-mo flow. And I thought I would talk to y'all a little bit about some of the guiding principles that are baked into the slow-mo flow that are really helpful for creating the dose chemistry in the brain. Gets a little complex, the research and stuff that went into this one, but it is at its core a mindfulness practice, a presence practice. It's a way of stopping and savoring the moment, sort of basking in the moment. And so often studies about doing that have to do with being still and quiet. Actually, the most common thread in the studies I read was quiet. So sometimes it was studying walking meditation. Sometimes it was breathing meditations. There is a lot of Buddhist and Zen traditions that have rituals built in that help bring you into the present moment. Not even necessarily like some meditation practices are quieting the mind and really going inside. The slow-mo flow, you can choose to use it that way, but it is also drawing on being present to this amazing journey on this amazing planet we're on. I used to call it joy points, which came from another brain rewiring tradition. And it was a capacity to walk around and see the beauty all around me and realize how much good came out of meandering and slowing down and looking for the beauty around me. And then once I saw it, just basking in it. I mean, beauty can be, I remember one time looking at a kid's shoe that had obviously fallen out of a stroller. But it was kind of pink and glittery and glinting in the sun. And then I just felt the warmth of how sweet it is to put a kid's foot in a shoe. And, I just let myself appreciate that sweet little shoe on the sidewalk. And that's an odd example. These are some of the pieces that built the slow-mo flow over the years. It was also coming out of a brain challenge and a limbic system challenge that left me in a state of, a little bit of fight or fright. And if you're afraid, what do? You speed up. You do everything fast. So this was an intentional opportunity for me to move really, really slowly. And I would slow down the way I spoke. I would slow down the way I walked. I used to speed walk everywhere. And when I started practicing the slow-mo tool, I started, just looking at the trees, and as my grandparents would have called it, going for a ramble. Really just taking in where I am in this moment, on this journey, on this planet. And that slowing down and taking in where we are. I've done it when I travel, and those are some of the memories that are seared in my brain. Details that you wouldn't believe years later that I can evoke because I really just slowed down. So those are some of the elements you can look for when you're playing with the SLO-Mo tool. And when you're doing it with a buddy on the group, one of the fun things that I've done over the years with friends is go for a slow-mo walk. And we both just walk really slowly. So it's silent on the phone, but there's the solidarity of knowing we're both taking in our world together. And then sometimes we'll text each other pictures of something that we really basked in, really focused on its uniqueness or its beauty. And so sharing those little joy points with each other, those moments of basking in the joy of the little simple things that are right in front of us. And that if we're rushing, we miss. It's sort of like stopping to smell the roses. And I think I've been on here with you guys and talked about how if I was sitting alone at home, I would sometimes just move one hand really slowly and feel everything, like just the touch of my fingers. And let it just saturate my body, become that present in the moment. Well, I hope this brings you a deeper sense of joy when you're using your SLO-Mo tool. And I will add in over the days, over the months, over the years, more and more examples of how I use the SLO-Mo tool to enrich my being in my body and in my life and in this moment. And so why don't we just step into a SLO-Mo tool together? I see a learning opportunity. I don't know, y'all can probably hear it, but there's a dog barking in the neighborhood. And one of the things the SLO-Mo tool has taught me is to, especially doing it with groups, when you're doing it online or on the phone with somebody, often people will mute themselves if there's something distracting in their background. It's just a courtesy. But otherwise, we sort of hear each other's just faintly, ever so slightly, breath. You're never multitasking when you're doing a SLO-Mo tool. You're sitting still, so it's very quiet, even not on mute. But if whoopsie daisies happen and you hear background noise, think of that as a little golden drop into a well, and just let it take you deeper into the present moment. Whether you're in your room looking around or you're walking when you're on the SLO-Mo call, whatever has got your attention, let that little sound take you further there. All right. Let's take 3 gentle breaths in solidarity that we chose to pause and slow down, take in the moment. It feels so good. Thank you so much for joining me this morning to start our day with joy. I look forward to seeing you guys either on the microdosing group and we can do SLO-Mo Flow together, or back here tomorrow morning. Bye.